Friends, here our concept is scheduling jobs with crontab. See, already we know the purpose of crontab command. Simply to schedule a job, to run any script or any command with regular intervals or periodically. And any user can create a job using crontab command. Now let me give the syntax of crontab. So this is the syntax. If you observe here, we have 6 fields and each field is separated with space, and you have to follow this order. I mean minutes, hours, days, month, right? That order you have to follow while scheduling a job using crontab command. And here first 5 fields are integer numbers with some pattern. The last one anyway, whatever the command or script you want to schedule by using crontab. Now first let me give the values for your each and every field of crontab. First is minutes, right? Minutes can be taken between 0 to 59. We know that. A minutes means always 0 to 59. 60 minutes 0 to from starting with 0 59. Hours 0 to 23. Suppose I want to schedule a job to run my script at 9 a.m. exactly 9 a.m. Then forget out first last 3 fields. So here hour 9 you have to write. Here 0 you have to write. So that the meaning for that is the job whatever you scheduled using this crontab will run at 9 a.m. So likewise you have values, right? So if you observe here date 1 to 31 any date. Month January to December. January is 1 likewise up to December 12th. Weekday Sunday is 0, Saturday is 6. So in between you can count it. Now let me give some commands first to work with crontab. Then we will go with how to schedule a job using your crontab. See, there are 3 commands to work. I mean there are many commands, but these 3 are the minimum commands you have to know to work with crontab. Now see, as of now I am under automation user. Crontab -e. By using this I can create any job. So if you want to create a job, you have to write first 5 fields. I am writing as of now stars. Then after that command or script what you want to execute using this. So I am using this syntax to execute my job. Don't worry how to write, we will see that. So as of now I created a one job. So let me see that job. I can see by using crontab -l. So this is the job I have created using my crontab. If I want to remove that, all jobs which are there inside of your crontab will remove. If you want to remove one by one, you have to edit it and you have to delete line. Suppose assume that you have 10 jobs in your crontab. If you want to remove all jobs, then use crontab -r. But if you want to remove one by one, open the crontab file by using crontab -e. Then delete whatever the job you want to remove. Just assume that there are 3-4 jobs. I want to remove second job or third job. Go to that line and remove that. That's it. Fine. Now I will give this scheduling scheduling job with crontab with some examples. But for my example, I am taking a shell script which we already implemented. Let me move into my root. See, this is the script we implemented to take a backup for some directory or files. We already implemented that. Now I want to run this regularly, suppose every month or every day, every week. So for that you need to schedule a job. So how to schedule? So just wait. So first thing, you have to take complete path for your shell script. Irrespective of your location, you have to take complete path. So let me take it. So actually our shell script is there. I mean on my host shell script is there in this location. Then let me take as of now what is the date. Just for my reference I am taking this. Once if you get practice, you can directly write your syntax. Now see, this is the order for your crontab if you want to schedule a job. The last thing is either command or script. Anyway we want to execute script. So I can write in place of this command or script our shell script. But you need to decide these first 5 fields. That is important. Suppose as of now time is 2:54. Okay, 2:55. I want to execute this shell script at 2 58, then 58 minutes space 2:58 minutes, 2 a.m. 58 minutes. Then what is the third field? Day. What is the date? 30. At 30th date. Then month. What is the month? Suppose 11th. Today only I want to execute 11th month. Then weekdays. So this is Saturday. Saturday means count is 6th. Saturday number count is 6th. So now the meaning for this is this job will execute November 30th 2 a.m. 58 minutes Friday, Saturday. Now after this you have to give your shell script with complete path. Now let me copy it. So we are scheduling for 2:58. As of now time is, oh, it's already 55 only, right? 56 now. I will modify it to 57, or let me create it for 58. So if you want to create a job, crontab -e, then the very first line you can start 58. At 58 minutes it will take a backup. See that previously there are no jobs for this root user. Now we have been created a job. It has been initialized. Okay, now I will do one more thing before going to execute our job. Anyway, that will be trigger whenever that time occurs. Now what I will do is I will show you my backups location, what are the files are there. So I will do in this way. So 30th to 48 I have taken a backup, right? So we'll wait for our time. So it is 56, 57. So we have to wait 1 minute. So meanwhile, backups. Now let me check it, just a date. 57, 11 seconds. 17. Just wait for 40 seconds. So that it will be trigger your job, whatever we schedule in your cron tab, that will be trigger. So that it will take a backup. Whenever if we take a backup, our backup will be created in this location with some timestamp, so that we can observe that whether our job, scheduled job has been executed or not. 57, 39. Meanwhile, you can see your cron tab list. So we executed, we created for 2 a.m. 58. 54. 59 seconds. Yeah, now 58 done. That means your cron tab job has been executed. You can verify it simply by looking into your backups files in this backup location. See, previously the latest file is 248. Now it is there at 258. That means your job has been triggered using your cron tab. And whenever if you schedule your job in this way, by default this will execute every year in November Friday 30th date. But I want to execute this job every month, not only for only November. Every month I want to take a backup. Then simply you can modify in this way. Month is fourth field, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth field is your month. So in place of month, if you write star, that means the meaning that is for every month. But we know that in every month, suppose let me write it here itself, I will write. Now every month. Now if you schedule in this way, it will execute in every month. But in every month, is there any guarantee to get 30th date on Saturday? In every month, is there any guarantee to get 30th date as Saturday? No, there is no chance, right? There is maybe probability is there, but less probability, right? That's why I don't want to concentrate on my weekdays, whether it is Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Simply every month, 30th date. First thing star means every month. Here last field, fifth field star means it may be any day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, any day, any month. But in every month 30th date 2 a.m. 58 minutes I want to take a backup. But suppose I want to take a backup for every day, then in place of date, whatever we have, there we have to write star. Suppose I want to execute every hour, then in place of hour, and I don't want to consider on month and days, right? Every hour star, and remaining fields are also star. Every hour I want to execute my script. Now every minute I want to execute, then write all stars. So whenever if you write all 5 fields or stars, the meaning for that is every minute. Here in the 6th line, the meaning is every hour 58 minute, but here for every minute. That's fine. Now my requirement is I want to execute my script every day. Suppose let me take 9 a.m. and also 9 p.m. 9 a.m. and also 9 p.m. Then see, first thing 9 a.m. I want to execute. 9 a.m. exactly 0 minutes. 9 a.m. Then remaining 3 are stars. Then your script or command what you want to execute. And make sure that while giving in this way, your script should has shebang line, and it is also having some execution permissions. Otherwise it will get failed. Okay. Now this is for 9 a.m. Then I want to execute the same script at 9 p.m. also. Then you have to write 12 plus 9, 17, sorry, 21. At 21, I want to execute. That's it. So in the same file, you can write these two. I mean, in your cron tab, by using cron tab -e, you can keep your old jobs if they are, and you can also write one more job here in this way. But let me modify this. Instead of writing 2 cron jobs to schedule your job, in a same day, you are executing morning and evening, suppose. Then instead of writing 9 to 21 separately, here itself you can write in this way. 9 comma 21 at 9 hours and at 21 hours. That's it. Now I want to execute my shell script. I mean, I want to schedule a job such that for every 2 hours it has to execute. First thing, for every hour means for every hour, let me take 08 minutes, exactly starting at hour, suppose 1 a.m. 2 a.m. something like that. 0 means, right, exactly exact time. Star means every hour. In every hour you are executing at 08th minute, but I want to execute for every alternate every 2 hours, then /2. Now for every 2 hours, suppose at very first is 08th hour, then 2, then 4. In that way it will execute. So likewise you have some syntaxes to schedule your jobs using your cron tab. I have given this, right? Yeah, fine. Now along with this, you're also having some shortcuts. Suppose if you go with this syntax, what is the meaning for this is 0th minute, 0th hour means midnight, exactly midnight. 1 means date, first date. 1 means January. So in January, here star means it may be any day, because we don't know whether first date is at exactly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? That's why we are giving last field as star. So most of the cases you are going to take these are the stars. Fine. Otherwise, suppose sometimes you may take backups only on weekends, then you can write here 6 comma 0 or 0 comma 6, so that the last field is Sunday, Saturday. That's fine. Now as of now, this job meaning is every year January 1st midnight it will execute this script. That means yearly once you are running. So whenever if you want to schedule any job for yearly once, instead of writing this syntax, you can use simply shortcut @yearly. So instead of writing these 5 fields, you can simply write @yearly. Not only for yearly ones, you have syntaxes for monthly ones, weekly ones, daily ones, hourly ones, and reboot. Whenever your server is rebooting, at the time I want to schedule some job, then at the rate reboot, right? And actually this reboot concept is very useful. I mean, all are useful only, but there is somewhat importance with your reboot at the rate reboot. It is useful for those tasks which you want to run on your system startup. See, whenever, assume that on your server you are running some applications, let's say some Tomcat application, middleware application, or database application. Whenever my server is rebooting, at that time automatically I want to start my database or my some middleware application, then you can simply write at the rate reboot. Let me write it at the rate reboot. Just assume that somewhere in user home, some db home, there is a start db.sh something, there is a script. Just assume that. Now I will give in this way, so that once your server is rebooted, automatically this script will call, this will execute, so that your database servers, database instances will up, right? That is the importance of at the rate reboot. So anyway, I attached some document for this video. Just download it and go through that. There are different ways to schedule your jobs. Okay, thank you.